Hello, YouTube viewers. Thank you for joining me this morning on Heal. Today's message is entitled Time. Time, defined by dictionary.com, is the system of those sequential relations that at any event, whether by life or death, has to any other as past, present, or future. Culture Club made a song in the 80s called Time Won't Give Me Time. Michael Bolton made a song called Time, Love, and Tenderness. We see that time is incorporated in circumstances, situations, finances, relationships. It's in everything. And some people don't value their time, and some people are very cautious with it because they're paying attention to their lifespan. David the king had a situation where he used time for it. And you'll find this in Psalm 56, verses 1 through 4, which declares, "Be merciful unto me, O God, for men will swallow me up. He fighting daily oppresses me. My enemies would daily swallow me up. For they be many that fight against me, O thou most high. What time I'm afraid, I will trust in thee. In God I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear. What flesh can do unto me?" David was afraid, and he was a king. Okay? King doesn't stop anything from happening to you. It's just a position that God calls you to do what he commands. He had enemies from his best friends to his family members, and he needed God. Solomon, his son, which is found in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, declares, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." He's explaining that things are going to happen, and the time continues on while these events take place. He also says in verse 11, "He hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he hath set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God makes from the beginning to the end." Solomon explains what's going to happen with time, and then he explains how God created time for his will and his benefit. Now I'm going to go back to the scriptures because I want you to read them. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8, and then verse 11. And then Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 9 declares, "Rejoice, O young man, in your youth, and let your heart cheer thee in the days of your youth, and walk in the ways of your heart and in the sight of your eyes. But know this, that for all these things God will bring you to judgment." Yes, there's a time for young people to be judged. Keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy yourself. If you're going to tear up stuff, by all means, you're going to be loud, obnoxious, rude. If you're going to be good, whatever it is that you do, God is going to bring you into judgment at a certain time in your life. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 and 3. And then I'm going to revert back to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verses 7, and then verses 13 and 14. "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that reads it." It's a warning. "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry," which means linger, "you wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not linger." So it's a warning. When you read, you run, read the vision, make it plain, and live in it, because when I come, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do in that time. Revelation 22 verses 8 through 16 declares, "And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, See that you do not do that. For I am your fellow servant and of your brothers the prophets, and of them which keep the saying of this book. Worship God. And he says unto me, Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still." And this is Jesus speaking. "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give to every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters, and whosoever loves and make a lie. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches," the house of God. "I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star." So, time is very precious, okay? Now, and concerning your day that you leave this earth. Jesus even says it. He said, "I sent my angel to warn you of what's going to come. Because the time you have, utilize it to look for me and get saved and serve me. Because when I come, it's not going to be a pretty picture, and it's not going to be a happy occasion." Now, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7, and then 13 and 14. "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it." The spirit is us. The dust is us. Okay? When we leave here, our body returns to the dirt, but our spirit goes to the Savior. This is what Solomon is explaining. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So Solomon confirmed what Jesus said in the book of Revelation. So the gospel has been preached from the beginning of time until the end of time. So what I'm saying to you, take your life into consideration. Get your house in order, your natural house and your spiritual house. Sit down and take a look at your life at a full perspective. Look at the people you with. Look at what you eat, what you watch, what you read, what you wear, whatever it is. Begin to clean house, make changes, and do what's better for time's sake. Because you don't know how much time you have. Make the best of it. And the first way you do that is by accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and allowing him to begin his new life in you. You confess his name and you believe that God raised him from the dead and let him enter in your heart and make the necessary changes in your life. But if you do not, No one is mad with you. And I pray that later on in your life, you accept this invitation while you have time. Thank you for joining me, and God bless you.